Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do a 10-minute makeup routine. This is pretty much what I do anytime I wear makeup, except for obviously if there's something a little more glammy that I want to do if we're going out or something like that. But it's super easy, and I feel like as a mom, it just kind of is my quick routine that I can do to get out the door, but still feel like I'm fairly put together. If you've been following me for a while, you know that a lot of these products that you're gonna see are the same. I am a creature of habit. When I find something that really works for me, then I stick with it, especially if I haven't used it all. I just don't want to waste the money, but it works really well for me. I'm extremely happy with these products. All of them can be purchased at either Target, Walmart, a drugstore, anything like that. They're fairly inexpensive. So I just wanted to share this with you in case you're like me and your girl just needs time, okay? Just a little bit of time. Let me feel snazzy, and that way we can get out the door. So let's jump into it, and I'll share some things and some tricks and tips of mine. Okay, so first up, I always start with a primer. I did not used to do this back in my early younger days because I just didn't realize why it would be needed. But if you have dry skin, or if you put makeup on and it kind of really sets into your pores and just kind of looks like cakey, then this is something for you. I recommend anyone use it. Even if you have oily skin, you just need to find the one that works best. But this is the oil-free moisture with sunscreen. It's got SPF 15 and it's made by Neutrogena. I like to put it on before my makeup, but I also like to put it on sometimes even at night before bed. It smells really good and it's not super thick. So I like to put that on as a base, just so that you kind of get more of that natural kind of dewy look, but not like you're sweating your makeup off. You know what I mean? So just get that rubbed in, go a little bit down the neck. Okay, and then next up, I've been using this for years at this point. This is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow. Now they make it in a matte, and they also make it in the Pro Glow. So if you have more of oily skin and you just kind of want to tone that down a little bit, then I recommend using the matte. I used that before I had Tatum, and now that my skin has changed, I've gone with the Pro Glow again because I want more of that natural kind of glowy look versus just this dry, powdery look. So this is in the shade 201. This is fairly light because I'm not tan right now. I did a little bit of self-tanner, but this is for my lighter days. So I put a little bit on my hand. You can also use a makeup brush, whatever works best for you. They make these silicone makeup brushes that I'm actually tempted to get. You can get them on Amazon. I will link them below because I think I'm gonna try them myself. Because a lot of times when you put your makeup on with a actual makeup brush, a lot of the product gets stuck into the actual bristles themselves, and that drives me crazy because think about it. You spend all this money on this foundation. This right here is only like $10, but if you have a foundation that works for you and has worked for years and you like that, you don't want to waste it. Some of these things can be expensive. Go down the neck, girl. Go down the neck, okay? We don't need no line. We ain't about the line, Jesus, okay? Go around my nose, back to my eyelids. But I think I'm gonna try the silicone brushes. They come in a pack of 2, and I think they're only like $4 on Amazon. They're super cheap. So it might be worth trying. And if worst case scenario they don't work, then I don't have a lot of money invested in it, you know? That's what we're talking about. Okay, get everything rubbed in. Now, don't use too much product. I think a lot of people where they mess up is because they want more coverage. So they think okay, well, if I want more coverage, then I just need to keep adding on the foundation. That's what's gonna make your skin look cakey looking and just make it look a little too thick. So I would go, even if you don't get this particular, I like this foundation because it's full coverage. I like full coverage because I have a little bit of rosacea where my cheeks tend to get kind of red. So I like something that kind of tones all that down. But don't try to overcompensate for more coverage. Don't keep using more product because it's just gonna make it look rough, girl. It's gonna make it look rough. Find some, if it doesn't work and it's not what you want and it's not how you want it to look, try to find another foundation with a stronger coverage to it, and that'll help a lot. Next up, I have I believe this is, I want to say it's Maybelline. I have used this for so long. That's how long it's lasted me. I'm pretty sure it's Maybelline, but I'll find out for sure because they don't even make it in these little tubes anymore. They make it in the little wand, which is fine too. I've used that one as well, but I still have some left. So I don't always use concealer. Same thing. Don't overdo it with concealer because that's where you'll see these women that have the white circles under their eyes, and you don't want that. You don't want to look, you want the coverage of a concealer because see, I had bumps down here where my face is breaking out from all my hormonal changes during this pregnancy. But you want the coverage of the concealer, but you don't want people to know, okay? It's a secret. It's a secret. So I put a little bit under my eyes and around my chin just because that's where I'm breaking out some. Another tip too is to not go all the way up under your eye because sometimes that concealer can get underneath your waterline and just kind of set itself there and really start to look creasy. So just a thin layer. You don't need to go heavy on it because again, if you do have bags under your eyes or things like that, that product is just gonna kind of set there and then just start to look kind of wrinkly by the end of the day. I haven't had any issues with this concealer. I think that's why I like it so much because I've never had to worry about it kind of setting into my skin and kind of looking wrinkly. But I use this Wet n Wild for a highlight and contour. This is in the shade Dolce de Leche. It's kind of got this more of a banana look instead of too white. Too white isn't bad, just depending on your skin tone, but you can always go in with a little bit of that on your brush and just go under where you had that concealer at just to kind of set it some. So you don't have to worry about the product kind of getting crinkly. That usually tends to help. And then I also go usually between my eyes because that's where I start to wrinkle, you know? Okay, now for the contour, I go in with a slightly bigger brush. And you can use this. This is the Wet n Wild, but I'll also show you something else that I'm going to use. And I just kind of go at an angle on my brush right here. Blow it off, girl, because, oh Jesus, don't trust it, okay? If you've got a lot on there, go ahead and get some of that off because it's gonna show up, girl. And then you just go right underneath your cheekbone. So kind of where your ear, where my little piercing is, down to about right here. Don't go down too far, okay? You just kind of want to keep it subtle. Like that. Same thing over here, just where the ear is. See the difference it makes underneath the jaw there, or the cheeks. And then I go down here around my jawline and just kind of do a little bit just to kind of give me a little bit of definition around the jaw. Go around. Then we go to the forehead, just at the top of the forehead, just to kind of bring mine down a notch because she is dramatic, honey, okay? Ever since I had Tatum and I lost some of my hair around my forehead, she just looks even bigger. So I got to tone that down because I don't want no big old forehead. See, it just kind of tones it down. Now we're going to come up here and blend this. And if you have issues with blending it and you want to lighten it up a little more, just go back in with that lighter color, put it over top of it, and just tone her down. Hey-oh! Tone her down, girl. Tone her down. Super easy. Blend it out. Blend it out. I'm going to go a little bit more over here and blend that in. Blend, blend, blend. I don't do my nose. I used to do my nose. I don't care no more, okay? I ain't got time to be making lines down my nose. Okay? I ain't got time for it. Now, the next thing, this is the Blush Luminoso. Same thing. All of their colors are really good, the shades. This is made by Milani. The name's even wearing off. But I've had this blush so long, it is ridiculous. I've had it probably over a year. At this point, people would probably be throwing it out, but I ain't going to. I ain't throwing her out because she still looks good. I probably spent like, I don't know, $6 on this blush, and I've had it over a year. I will take that. I will take that. And I just go up above my line here. Get your little cheekies. Go where above, right here where you had your contour line. Like that. Sometimes I'll go over my forehead. I do this sometimes in the summer just to kind of give me that like, oh, I might have been on the beach this past weekend look. You know what I mean? That little, maybe I got a little sun. And then I go, this is how long I've had this. The highlight and contour palette. Oh, I got one that looks better than that. Oh no, is she upstairs? She might be upstairs, but this gold color here, obviously I love it. And then there's a white. I use this for my highlight. I use it for highlight underneath my eyebrows. I'll use it as shadow. I use it as contour. It's highlight contour palette. Love it. So good. This is the contour one. I have one that looks nicer than this upstairs, but I ain't running up there to get it. And then I just go in with a little highlight brush, go over here to the gold. You don't need a lot of this. I have learned my lesson with that because I have done it in the house and then gotten into the car and looked in the mirror and been like, holy crap, that's too much. You know what I mean? And this is the gold one, but there's a white one in here too. So depending on your skin tone and what you prefer as far as your highlight color, oh, I'm just more of a gold girl. You know, I just like the gold. I think it's really pretty. So now we're done with our face. And then I go in. Now I have my eyebrows done. I had them microbladed, which is basically like I had my eyebrows tattooed on. Best thing I ever did, but I do dye the hairs. There's a kit that you can get on Amazon that I have here at home. And I will dye the hairs just to kind of keep everything filled in. But when I do my makeup, I feel like because everything else is so much more done up, I do like to go over them just a little bit. Especially in case like your foundation gets on them. And then they just kind of don't stand out as much. So I just do a little bit just to kind of bring them back to life a little bit like that. If you have been debating on whether or not to get your eyebrows done, do it. It's the best thing I ever did because I used to have to like freaking go in and do my eyebrows from scratch. Took forever. This whole video would just have been like doing my eyebrows. Now, here's another little trick. I like a fluffy brow. Now, basically what that means is like my little hairs stand up. So the trick is that you can use mascara. So I will go over and wipe off some of the excess mascara from my brush because I also have false lashes. So I don't use my mascara anymore because you can't put them on your false lashes. So I just go over my eyebrows a little bit just to give them a nice little like, hey, I'm here. I want to party. I look nice. I'm put together, you know? And then I have this little brush and this old little Lime Life thing here that I like to go over them. Just brush them, make them look pretty. Perk up, girl. We got things to do today. Like that. Eyebrows done. Now, you can go in with this contour palette and use it for your eyeshadows. It's easy. It's all in one spot. I don't have to bring out a whole shebang of products. I have this little fluff brush. I go in. Just go in the crease and start making circles. Bring it up a little bit, go into your arch. Just the hair. Add a little bit here. Now the key is for a natural look is to really just enhance what you've already got going on. So naturally my lids in the center are a little darker. Down by the lash line, they're a little more light. So I'm just going in and enhancing that a little bit rather than like adding these dramatic colors. Now, I love dramatic colors and I think that they're really, really pretty. But on a daily basis, if I'm looking for just my easy routine, this is the one that I go with. Same thing, I'm going to continue to use this palette. And this is where I was talking about that you could go in. Where did I get this from? This is the new one. Ha ha ha! There's the new one. So this is what the gold looks like that I went around my cheeks with. And here's the white that I was telling you about. Sometimes this is all the top row is highlight, but I will take that white and go under my eyebrows just to liven them up a little bit and give them a little bit of shimmer and glow. Oh, like that. And then you can use the little pink one down here and you could go down by the base like this just to lighten them up. A trick too is that if you want your lashes to stand out a little more, go in with a lighter color at the lash line and then that way you'll see the lashes a little more. like that. Come into the corner some. Come back up under here. Boom, done. Let's brush these puppies up. Get them going. Stand up, girl. Very good. Brush them out. Okay, and then this is the Milani, what color is this? Crush is the name. Now, I don't put this on the top and the bottom because I don't like my lips to stand out too much, and especially not for like an everyday look. So I just go around the bottom. Again, it's fairly close to my natural lip color, and I just want to enhance that. And then I go in and I tone it down some. So this is the Purely Nude Matte. Who makes this? I'm pretty sure this is, yep, Maybelline. I use a lot of Maybelline. Maybelline Milani. This is Pro Fusion for the highlight and contour kit. I'll try and link everything down below. So I go in with this really pretty like nude peach color at the top. Rub it in. Boom. Everyday, natural, full coverage, shimmering, dewy, glowy makeup in 10 minutes had I not been talking. We're at 15:29 now. If I wasn't talking, I would have done it in 10 minutes or less. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you can see more like them. Ring the notification bell, that way you'll get a live notification when this next video goes up. Also, please comment what's your favorite makeup. Follow me on Instagram. Hook your sister up. It supports my channel. I love y'all. I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.